Om Shanti. Today our topic is being free from obstacle in Brahmin life. Because in our Shudra life, our life was full of obstacles. We did not know those were obstacles even, isn't it? Maybe we were enjoying obstacles, complaining about the self or others, circumstances, drama. We did not know. Now we came to Brahmin life. What do you think? Your life is now free from all obstacles? Or sometimes we find ourselves going through obstacles? No translation. Russian? Okay? So who is your translator today? So one of you can make effort to get up and look for your translator. Be free from obstacle. Someone should get up and find the translator. Who knows? She's here. Okay? She's here. Okay. So we are talking about obstacles today. To be free from obstacles. But first thing came in my mind, let's first recognize what are obstacles in Brahmin life. Because that will help us to be free from obstacles. So there are 3 signs which shows that my BK life is going through obstacles. What do you think? What are those 3 signs? There are many, many signs, but I just thought 3. See if you catch those 3. First sign of obstacle is which one? Complaining. Okay. Second sign? Confusion in Brahmin life. Third sign? Worrying. Unhappy, laboring. What else? 2 more, if you can find. Tension. This is not a Brahmin life, Full of obstacles. Depression. Wow. Fed up. What I thought 2 different. Body consciousness. Yeah. Okay, so all are these called obstacles. But little more deeper is pulls. When your mind is being pulled by different things. Even body can pull you, people can pull you, this old sanskaras can pull. This is called pull, when mind is being pulled. Second sign is sorrow, suffering. That one of the souls said, complaining. Again and again, when my mind goes into complaining stage, and then after complaining, experiencing unhappiness, that is also called obstacle. Actually, our Brahmin life, if we follow completely timetable of Brahmin life from the heart, and we really have decided, committed to this spiritual life, Brahmin life, if we are following that way, then we can remain free from obstacles. But nothing is achieved without going through challenges in life. Baba says always, you should also welcome obstacles. Why? Because when obstacle comes, it really stretches you, no? Makes you, capacity of thinking increases. Your understanding and the knowledge which we have been hearing for a long time, we can also apply. Do you welcome all the obstacles in your life? Or do you get scared? Or you feel it is good, one obstacle I finished, I am ready for the next one. How many of you welcome obstacles? Only 3-4 people. What about others? Huh? You welcome obstacles? Yeah, every day, every week, every month. Because it is good, when obstacles come, then you are alert. Huh? Otherwise, our mind can go to very relaxed stage. Or nothing, no obstacles, very relaxed. But obstacles come, we are alert and awake in our life. It shows we are on the battlefield. Like a soldier, always alert and awake. Once, Dadi Ji, Prakashmani Dadi said once, very beautiful thought, which I keep in my mind. She said that we all are Baba's children. No doubt. We feel belongingness with Baba, and it is easy to become Baba's children. No effort in being Baba's child. But the second stage is, which one? Student life. When you start to come to every morning class. Isn't it? There are thousands of Baba's children. But how many become students? Everyday student. Every day Amrit Vela, every day Murli class, every day following traffic control system, every day doing yoga in the evening, making effort life, discipline life. Out of many Baba's children, very few are the ones who go to this stage. They are called students, godly students. And that also is easy to become. Sometimes in that you can face obstacles early in the morning or during the day. Still you are studying, you can overcome. But the third one is which stage? That is called soldier stage. We call it the warrior stage in our language. That means to be constantly on battlefield. Are you on the battlefield? Constantly. What it means? It means to be awake and alert. In this stage, we call Yodha, the warrior stage. Here in the mind, you are awake and alert because here is the obstacles come. Nothing to do in this outside world, isn't it? It's in our mind. In our mind, obstacle means the thoughts. Thoughts of, for example, past memories of some birth. Sorrowful thoughts can come in the mind. Unhappy thoughts can come in the mind. Pulls, which you never thought you will be pulled, but pulls come. And the third one, as we were talking, complain, but complaining stage, in other words, is called, in the form of obstacle, is when the mind goes into suffering stage. Suffering stage. You know what is suffering stage in the mind? Then when the mind, when the good thought comes in the mind and I lose, and then again my mind goes and sits with sorrowful thoughts. And I experience tension, confusion, complaining, depression, many manifestations of that obstacle. So, first of all, let me understand in my Brahmin life what are obstacles. So one is called pull, the other is called sorrowful thoughts. The third one is called mental suffering. Mental suffering. And then you can go into the list whatever you have said. So how do I know beforehand these obstacles are coming? So because one is I am going through the obstacle. The other is beforehand obstacle about to come, and I am awake, alert, and I can recognize, and that stage is better, isn't it? Because once your mind goes through the obstacle, we are wasting time. We are wasting thoughts. We are wasting Baba's power, isn't it? We are not receiving anything. The mind is going into confusion, complaining, expansion of thinking, what not, mind can go into many different stages. So first thing, let me prepare myself to recognize the obstacles. So everyone will have a different obstacles in life, isn't it? Because we are living with, some of you are living with families, some of us living in the center, some of you are working also, isn't it? In a different situations, different circumstances, we are living. So in Brahmin life, first preparation of my student life is to recognize obstacles and tests, and third one is bad omens. Bad omens we call. There are three different things in the mind goes through: test, obstacles, and bad omens. But to be ready to recognize these three and to be able to overcome all these, that is the study we are studying. So the first preparation is being alert and awake. So when you are alert and awake, you will come to know when you are thinking. The pattern of thoughts shows me which stage I am. Okay, so pattern of thoughts. So for example, let's say you sit in meditation. Then you will find out if the mind is going again and again, same thoughts, repeating the same thoughts in your mind. That is called obstacle. Let's say, for example, I have sickness in the body. I sit in meditation. Again and again my mind starts to worry about the sickness of the body. As soon as I sit in yoga, mind goes to think about the sickness of the body. That is called obstacle. So when the mind goes again and again, same kind of thoughts. Let's say sickness. Second example, money, no job or less money. Or you have money, still mind is worrying about wealth. Insecure feelings come in the form of thoughts. So money also can be. And the third one is that we call relationships, sanskars and nature. Now let's say I sit in meditation, either I think about, or think is one thing, but worrying about the sanskara that I cannot change, perhaps lack of self-respect and also not having confidence in the self. Or second can be other human being sanskara. The other human being comes in our mind and we are thinking about their sanskara, nature and their intellect. Three things, not one. Our mind can go, about their sanskara, nature and their intellect, criticizing in the mind. But again and again, if it is happening in your mind, that is called obstacles. So that's why we can check now whether we are free from obstacles. In that way, are we free? How many of you think you are free from this kind of mind? Somewhere or another there is, isn't it? Maybe 20%, 30%. Say, if I am paying full attention, I can be free. But if I am losing my attention, slack in my attention, these kind of vibrations can pull my attention. So to be free from internal obstacles of our certain mental pattern thoughts, we must recognize those pattern of thoughts which comes in our mind. When we lose, we become slack in our study, that is attention. So we must recognize, I think. So first recognition goes into this level. Huh? First is your own body. Let's see if the thoughts of this body is pulled. Mind is being pulled by the body in whatever level. It can be sickness level, or maybe sometimes we are worrying about food, worrying about something about future insecurities. And the second is, as I told you, relationships. In relationship also our obstacles come. Do you find many obstacles come in relationships? Yeah. Why? Because we are not living alone, isn't it? We have to live with people, with family members or colleagues, so obstacles will come. But what I find in our Brahmin life, when little bit I become ordinary, and that is the time Maya presses the button. Ordinary, you understood ordinary means? Our same past style of living. Even though we are Brahmin, but our old sanskara, the ordinary way of life, not special, spiritual. One thing I noticed, once I asked Dadi Guzar this question, many years ago. I said, Dadi, do you pay attention you are a soul when you are walking, talking? You are really thinking again and again, I am a soul, and now I am speaking, now I am looking through the eyes. She said, very good answer. She said, no, not I pay attention. She said, higher thought. That is, naturally, I am master of this body. So that awareness, did you see the difference? Now first is your stage is ordinary, I am a soul. You have to pay attention to it. She said, I don't think like this. I think I am master of this body. When I am a master, that awareness is called the one who has controlling and ruling power. Because master, that awareness will have these two powers. Which one? Controlling and ruling power. What it means controlling power? And what it means ruling power? So controlling power actually means that controlling your thoughts, isn't it? Baba said 2 weeks ago in the Murli also, controlling power means that your sense organs and your subtle powers of the soul will follow your orders. Now you tell the mind, okay, I am peaceful, I am going to sit here half an hour to do yoga, to do meditation, and your mind follows. It's not that when you are sitting half an hour in meditation, after 20 minutes you look at the clock and you say, anyway, I can do 20 minutes meditation, now I can go out, drink a cup of coffee. Imagine like mind going out again, isn't it? So mind is following the order. This is just simple example, but let's say little more difficult obstacle comes in my life. Let's say difficult obstacle is the body, isn't it? If there is a pain in the body and your mind is being pulled by the pain of the body. at that time, disconnect your thoughts from the pain and connect with Baba, and then overcome the thoughts of obstacles, and that really needs very good controlling power over the mind, isn't it? That means you can overcome the obstacle of pain. But that needs a lot of practice, isn't it? Practice of being every day in this awareness of I am Master Powerful Soul. So Master Powerful Soul means I can really create the thought which has a power and disconnect from the thoughts which makes my mind to think about the pain of the body. So Master Powerful Soul has that power to see on the screen of mind different thoughts and being able to disconnect and connect with Baba. So in Brahmin life, one of the signs we have to be aware of, some last time when I was here, we had one class. Sometimes we Brahmins even don't know, for 1 year maybe my life has been in obstacle. Now how do I know 1 year I have been in obstacle? And that means, let's say last year you came to Madhuban and you had a thought, aim, that before I leave Madhuban, I will finish this old sanskara. Okay, you got it? And then last year is finished. And again we came this year, again in Madhuban. And again your mind is thinking about the, same thought, I have to finish still that particular sanskara. Let's say Baba talked other day, laziness, carelessness, making excuses. So let's say our mind was doing that work full year, same kind of thinking was happening in my life. So it means still 1 year my life has been in still obstacle, yes. 1 year. 1 year ago I had an aim to finish. How many of you had an aim to finish? Every one of us. But still Baba talked this year again, isn't it? It means we are not free from 3. Which are the 3? Laziness, carelessness, excuses. So even these 3 days, Baba came day before, these 2 days you were free from these 3? How many of you felt you were free from these 3? From 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Amrit Vela begins Amrit Vela. Not missing Amrit Vela. How many of you felt free? Obstacle must have come in the form of thought. Right? And then you were able to remember the powerful thought which helped you to be free from this particular 3 thoughts. You were able to get out? Yeah? So your journey is okay? Free from obstacle? 3 days now? Yeah? You will continue. Yeah? Because more stronger obstacle will come. Baba said in the Murli, isn't it? There is no guarantee of time. Anything can happen any time. Obstacle will come. So one is that I am free from obstacle. The second is to make other souls also free from obstacles. So how many of you are free yourself from obstacles? And then Baba also told us, our duty is to make others also free from obstacles. So second part, I think I have to look at the particular behavior which I have, which can create obstacles in relationship. And how do I know that that particular behavior still exists in me? Okay? And the sign is disturbance. Disturbance. When your mind is disturbed, or other person who is coming in your interaction is disturbed by you or me, whatever, is called obstacle. Did you get it? Yeah. So first you know what I talked. So go back and see the pattern of thoughts. We all have bhakti patterns for 2500 years, okay? Many patterns, like many sicknesses of the body, many sicknesses of the mind. And that's why we have to recognize where the obstacle is still sitting there. The set pattern of thinking, where the obstacle is generated. Let's say bossiness. Other day Baba said even the anger, that even we are free from visible anger, we are not shouting, screaming, but inside we are getting irritated. That is also called obstacle, getting irritated, And sometimes you find, sometimes these old sanskars emerge. Irritation, or sometimes the mind can go into bhakti. Bhakti means what? 3 kinds of thoughts of bhakti. You know which one? In bhakti, what we were doing in bhakti? We used to go to remember God in the temple and church, and still our mind was wandering. So wandering is also a bhakti. Our mind was wandering. Second bhakti sanskara is which one? One is wandering. The second one is, people go to church, temple, they remember God, come back and do the same. Same behavior, same sanskara, same. No attention, no checking, isn't it? No change. So that is called bhakti. Sometimes we can find in our Brahmin life also bhakti. We go and study Murli, read Murli, keep the Murli back to the right place, and same sanskars can emerge, old sanskar, unless we are really aware. So I give you actually 2 minutes, just in silence, find out your 2 main weaknesses which creates obstacles in your thinking system, speaking system, behavior, okay? And 2 main strength. Just 2 minutes, go through this exercise. 2 main weaknesses. Really are weaknesses, and they are the ones who come in my sense, in my behavior, in my thoughts, in my interaction with others. We must be aware of those 2, because otherwise still I am sustaining the obstacles in my life. I am invoking many obstacles if I am not aware of these 2. So they are actually 1 or 2, we all have, and they dominate our life. You can see everyday life, these sanskara will be dominating my life. So can you find out 2? Okay, 2 main weaknesses in the soul, which you can see time to time they dominate, they rule my life. And 2 main strength. So we give you 2 minutes, please go through this exercise to recognize your 2 main weaknesses and 2 main strengths. So now you write down your own, in your notebook, 2 main weaknesses, 2 main strengths. So it's clear? It came in your mind very fast. Two main weaknesses. Okay. So now these weaknesses, be aware of it. When they come in the form of words, in the form of behavior, in the form of thoughts, yes. Because these weaknesses, the sanskara, will come again and again in our three level: thoughts, words and action. And once they come, at that time you are aware, in the form of thoughts, you still can be free before they come into words. But first it comes in the mind, and you are not aware, it will come in the words and it will go into action, yes. So first let's think what we do here, which stage we have to be in so that we can see them, they are coming. As I mentioned to you, the stage of being a warrior. At that time you can't say, oh Baba, I am your child, I am your child, and these thoughts are coming in the mind. Anger thoughts, irritated thoughts. But at that time be a warrior. The warrior means two qualities again. Which one? Awake and alert. Yeah. Be awake, be alert. And look at these thoughts. These thoughts are coming from the old sanskar. And then here you have to dissolve there, because here is the battlefield, isn't it? Dissolve it there. Recognize this is the old sanskar. I cannot continue with it because it will reinforce the old again and again. And second, you can also think this thought, this is old. First acknowledge this is old. And the second is that now it is the time. Bring the awareness of time. It is the time now to record a new record, new sanskara for the next kalpa. This is the time. Can you do such exercise? But that's why we need what? One thing more you can add. That is space. You need here space. Because if our speed of thought is very fast, very difficult, isn't it? To even recognize these old way of pattern of thinking. Very hard. So we need here internal space, check the speed of the thoughts and quality of thoughts. The speed of thoughts, even 1 minute. How many thoughts we should have in 1 minute? 3, 4 or more? More? Less thoughts, isn't it? Quality thoughts and less thoughts. Because otherwise it's difficult. If it is speed of thought is very fast, cannot control. Accident will happen, isn't it? When you are driving car and it's very fast speed, difficult to control. But if you already have within your control the speed, you can control. So this is what it is here, isn't it? The speed of our thoughts. How do you know what is the speed of your thoughts? And especially when test comes, obstacle comes, and how fast our mind can go. Remember, I did not tell you yet the third bhakti sanskara. You know which one? Expansion of thinking. Expansion of thinking. When your mind goes into expansion, too much thinking, and that is called bhakti, isn't it? And essence is called jnana. Jnana is seed. Seed. Baba is a seed, isn't it? Your mind go back to seed is called knowledge. Goes into expansion of thinking of why, what, the past, comparison, and too many thoughts, that means I am in bhakti. Even though I am called wearing white, putting on badge, I am called BK, but I am not yet in Jnani stage. It is called still Bhakti stage, yeah. Bhakti means expansion. You look into the bhakti of Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, overwhelming, isn't it? A variety of beautiful, attractive bhakti. So our mind can go into many variety attractive thoughts. Diversion, many thoughts is called bhakti. So go back to the seed. The seed is what? What is the seed? I am a soul, Baba and me. And Baba said 3 bindus, no? That I am a soul, drama is bindu, soul is bindu, and Baba is bindu. So if your mind comes back to bindu stage, point stage, again you came back to the enlightenment, Gyan stage, we call seed stage. And then it's going into expansion of thinking, that will be obstacle. And then that's why expansion of thinking actually is internal our obstacles. And then one more obstacle I realize is that when our mind, even though we know we should not be thinking too much, and still takes interest in thinking too much. Did you notice? One thing is, okay, I know I should not be thinking. But when the mind is taking interest in thinking, do you take interest in thinking? Oh no, you can think Gyan. That we should have interest, isn't it? Yeah, we should have interest in thinking Baba's knowledge. We should have interest in thinking self-progress plans. We should have that interest, but not that enjoying, I'm using the word enjoying because in bhakti we used to enjoy that kind of thinking, isn't it? Going into that thinking. So having that interest, that very deep down in the soul, there is an interest. So we have to change our interest here. I can use same mind, but think about some beautiful jewels of Baba's knowledge. That is fine. And that will make me free from obstacle. And then one of the remedy Baba has been telling us in the Murli, and that is which one? Very familiar one, which we listen most of the time in the Sakar Murli. Baba says, if you really want to be free from obstacles, Maya, today also he talked, which one is the best remedy and quick one? You don't have to plan for it, very fast one. Which one? And just divert. Which one you think is the fastest one? Quick medicine. Which one? Manmanabhav. Takes time, to go to Manmanabhav stage. Which one is the fastest one? Determination also, very good attention is needed. This is quick one. When you find your mind is going into expansion, not stopping the speed of your thoughts, and sometimes it's creating its own obstacles, Drishti, Drishti, okay. Read Murli, yes, read Murli. In the Murli, one more Yukti Baba has told us. It is in the Murli. Read Murli is very good. If you can generate that interest, pick up the Murli, your mind will be diverted to pure vibrations. And then Manmanabhav, then Drishti will work. But which one? The other one. Because, these are all Jnani. This is little bit different. Baba talks about songs. Remember in the Murli he says, keep some good songs with you. When sometimes you need that, isn't it? To direct your direction of your thoughts. Baba's songs. Yeah? Baba's songs you keep. Huh? Which one? Songs when you are at home. You can listen Baba's song. So Baba's songs has some magic, isn't it? Either it will disconnect you from the pattern of those thoughts. We call it quick medicine, no? To change very fast. Read Murli is very good also. Quickly keep your Murlis in your always bag. Huh? Whenever you see the time is available, take out the Murli and pick up some thoughts. And then think about it, reflect, of course, churn. That is very good exercise for your mind to be free from this energy of obstacles. Because as I told you, our internal obstacle is our own thoughts, isn't it? To be free from those thoughts is a lot of work. It's not something easy one, isn't it? But the easy one is which one? Keeping your mind either thinking knowledge or listen Baba's songs. Of course, it will help you very quick to divert. But as you sit in yoga, we sit in yoga, that's the work we have to do, is to keep our mind free from obstacles. As once Dadi Janki said in London, most of the Brahmins, when they sit in yoga, 95% our mind is thinking about what? What? 95%. Our mind is either thinking about the weaknesses of the self or weaknesses of others. 95. Only 5% we talk to Baba. Baba is waiting for so long. But our mind is occupied. So okay, now you change here. 100% change. When you are doing yoga, is your yoga with Baba? Okay, you agree with that? Your yoga is with Baba? That means mind is free from this particular obstacle. Which obstacle? Thinking about the weaknesses of the self or weaknesses of others. Yeah, this is obstacle, isn't it? When you sit in yoga, mind goes into that thinking. So am I free from these two? That means your yoga is with Baba. So yoga with Baba means what kind of thoughts? Obstacle-free thoughts. How does Baba look at me? What is the vision Baba has for me? And that's what you're thinking in yoga. Not what other people think about me, but what Baba has vision for me. So what is vision of Baba for me? First vision, what Baba has. Remember last 2 days ago Baba also said, Baba's vision for me is who am I? Successful star. So if I am not successful, at least bring the mind where? Baba, you told me I am which star? Hopeful star. And if you lose this thought of hope which Baba has for you, then your mind will go, Baba, I have this weakness, Baba, I have that weakness, Baba, I don't know whether I can change or not. These thoughts will come in the mind. So at least keep only this level. Which one? Baba, you have a vision for me. That's yoga, isn't it? Yoga with Baba. Yoga with Baba means you are thinking how Baba thinks about you. So that your mind is free from your old sanskara of thinking about your weakness and others are thinking about others' weakness. Means your vision for yourself as you look at yourself. Oh Baba, I have very little percentage to change. Baba, I can't do. Oh Baba, I have done so much. Huh? Oh, what others have vision for me. I am just occupied with others. But break these obstacles and go one step further. When you sit in yoga, go straight to this thought. Baba, what is your vision for me? So release your mind, having vision for yourself. What you think about yourself. Isn't it? It's very limited. Based on our own strengths. But Baba is unlimited. Baba has unlimited vision for me. So what is Baba's vision for me? So bring these thoughts. Baba, you look at me as a successful star. Baba, you look at me as the soul, one who has conquered all the obstacles in life. Baba, you look at me as a Mahavir, always courageous one. So think what Baba thinks about me. That is called yoga with Baba. So you can look at your thoughts, whether your thoughts are connecting with Baba's thinking. And then I am free from obstacle at that time. Otherwise in yoga also sometimes we are occupied in obstacles. Thinking about my weakness or thinking about other weakness. That's why I must become free from this internal pattern of old stuff which I have. And then obstacle free, what are the signs? To be free from sorrow. So to be free from sorrow means what? Baba has told us that never ever you compare your role with others. When we say others about their fortune, if my mind is comparing myself with others, it means I am taking sorrow. I haven't recognized my own role and part. Isn't it? Every one of us have a wonderful part and beautiful part, very special part. And Baba says, each one of us, Baba loves. Other day he said, extremely he loves us. And he said, you are the holiest, richest, every one of us. Isn't it? So I cannot compare my part with others. Comparison, you can compare with whom? Baba, yes. How much Baba has and how much I have, I can take more from Baba, but not with my brother or sister. Because with brother, sister, when I compare, I will experience something or another. Again, I am going to touch that part of the soul which will generate obstacle. Which obstacle? Of taking sorrow. So sometimes, I have to ask myself this question. In the whole year, did you cry? Not this cry. Which cry? Mind. This cry no more, isn't it? Finished. Finished? All of you have finished your sorrow? Once Mama came to Gyan, first time when Mama came to Gyan, you know Mama's story? Mama cried once. She cried so much. Baba came to know. Baba asked Mama, did you cry? She said, yes, Baba. Baba said, okay, once cry. Because her pillow was wet, so much cry. Finish all the sorrow. And then after that, no cry. And the sign of no cry was, the tear in Baba's remembrance can only stay until here. We should not come. Down. If it is coming, so many tears, what it means? Emotional, isn't it? The mind lost again kingdom. It lost the sovereignty. Mind went into emotional stage and is touching that part of sorrow. So once you can do cry, finish in front of Baba. But after that, no more cry. And soul is free from sorrow. So internal sorrow is when I lack recognition of my own part. So what is my part in Sangam Yuga? Go back to Brahmin life. What is my part in Sangam Yuga? My part is to be free from obstacle and make others free from obstacles. So how do I make others free from obstacles? First is I must become free from obstacle, isn't it? So in other words, to be contented in my Brahmin life. Last Sunday Baba gave 2 words. One is called contentment, prasan, and the other mind is asking a question, prashan. So contentment means free from questions. So mind is free from questions. You know, questions about Gyan, okay, you can ask question about Gyan, curiosity to know more depth of Gyan. But you know, unnecessary questions. Which are unnecessary questions? About others, drama. Why this happening? Why that happening? It should not be like this, it should be like this, isn't it? So all these what and why, a mind goes into this track, and that is called questions. When there are questions in the mind, then the mind is not happy, contented. So obstacle free means I am contented in my Brahmin life. Real contentment comes from where? It's not that I am not making effort, I say, I am contented. Baba said last Sunday in one of the Murli, he said, really check whether you are contented with your transformation of your sanskars. Are you contented with your efforts even, what you are making? Because contentment will not emerge until I am changing old sanskars. Yeah. It's not something someone will give you, isn't it? But you have to experience it. And experience comes when you change. Changing sanskara, old sanskara. So Baba asked us 3 questions last Sunday, isn't it? He said, really check whether I am contented with my effort. Am I contented? I'm changing the old sanskars. Old sanskar. That's why when you wrote these 2 weaknesses, they are the main old sanskar. So am I changing? So in every day you can change this sanskar, isn't it? Because I am aware now. Our old sanskar can come in the form of thoughts, words, behavior. These are 3 manifestations. So I am awake now as a soldier, as a warrior. I am on my journey of perfection and I am on the battlefield now. Keep alert and awake. Yesterday Dadi Janki took class in Shantivan. She said to the Indian teacher, she said, sometimes I slap myself too, become strict with myself, where I can lose my attention, old can come, at that time I must become strict with myself. That it cannot remain like that. I have to change, because sometimes I can give the way, isn't it, to this old sanskara. Okay, not today, little later, or tomorrow. Or like Baba said, sometimes mind goes even further. Oh, others are not doing. Or even goes further, even Maharatis are not doing. How mind can go further away from changing old sanskara. So being touch always with the self, being aware and awake for my own journey of being obstacle free, to be conqueror of obstacles and welcoming the obstacle. Actually, how do we know really we are passing the test, passing we call it from one class to transfer to the other class. How do we know? When we get the test and obstacles. So you can always think, yeah, obstacles came is good. Then I will come to know. So when we have obstacle and you passed, and then you will experience, what you will experience? One more sign, you pass the obstacle not by complaining, comparing, suffering, that you are not overcome. You haven't overcome yet. Overcome or conquer of obstacle is, these three things are not there. Did you get it? You will not complain. You will not mentally suffer. And you will not compare yourself. That means pass with honor. So let's say some obstacle came, someone really did bossiness to me, and I thought, I will also do the same to this soul. So revengeful thought came in my mind, so it means I did not pass, isn't it? I did not conquer this obstacle. Because my mind went into the thoughts of also confronting, or negative thought. But it came in front of me, any obstacle through other soul, but I did not complain, I did not go into suffering, I did not even compare, I stayed in my stage. What is my stage? What is the stage? Being unaffected. Stable stage. So when I stayed in stable stage, that is called conqueror of obstacles. So let's sit in meditation and then get to Baba and see your vision, being obstacle free. As Baba says, in the Murli once he said that we have to really look at our life. Sometimes he says, cat comes, cat goes, then mouse comes, mouse goes, then maybe dog comes, dog goes. So sometimes we will find in our life, 1 week I had a very good stage, very good stage. After 1 week, another mouse came. Something again disturbing my mind, and I'm catching hold of those thoughts about people or about the self, or complaining about drama. I don't know, some kind of these vibrations, thoughts here. It's like a mouse sitting. And then I did yoga, read Murli, maybe listened the song. Okay, I came out, my mind is free again. 1 week again, very nice stage. And then cat came in. What is cat? Some lack of self-respect thoughts. Or sometimes I am fighting with my own sanskara, or fighting with other people's sanskara. And then I did, okay, again yoga bhatti, again something, very good stage, I came out. And then again, dog came in. Baba said once in the Murli, one comes, another goes, another comes. Then you find some Brahmin, when you talk, oh sister, I have this, oh I have that. Then you say, what happened to their stage? Mind is not even free. They speak even those words. Mind is not even enjoying the yoga, freedom. That's what is the life, is Brahmin life. Is obstacle free, is freedom here. The mind is totally free. No one is catching hold of your mind. No sanskara of the self, no one else sanskara. Only Baba's influence. Baba's vibration, making the soul run. And that's what is obstacle free. You got it? Keeping that, don't get involved into any kind of thinking innocently, which can become obstacle, isn't it? So we have to be awake all the time here, alert. Otherwise, in Brahmin life, we find, sometime or another, the soul is just busy in these things, not experiencing freedom. And that's why, Years and years passed by, then the same kind of bossiness coming out, all kind of old sanskars are coming out, irritation, that particular, that button, which we all know our buttons, isn't it? These buttons come because we are not here awake and alert. Actually, effort is very easy. Effort is very easy, which Baba told us, be here awake, alert. Before these thoughts come in the form of words, dissolve it here, finish it here within a second. That's the beautiful effort you can make. We don't call it effort, it's just being aware, Effort is when it comes out in words, we talk to people, people are involved, and then we have to sit down, clarify things, isn't it? Have to have a meetings. We are misunderstood, they are misunderstood. So many things to do, many processes to go through. Going through all the obstacles, then sit down and dissolve the obstacles. So better not come into obstacles. I think that's the beautiful stage, being aware here. Simriti, the word you must learn this, Simriti. Simriti does not mean just memory, okay? Simriti is what you are. Yeah, dignified soul, isn't it? Who am I? Special soul, Brahmin soul. Brahmin word, if you know what it means, auspicious, pure soul. So pure soul cannot go through these obstacles, isn't it? The pure soul has the power of pure thought. Here, recognize, finish. Recognize, finish. So that's what it is called Simriti. When you have a Simriti, awareness, and you get the power, finish that thought, which was about to attack your mind, which was about to come out from your words, which was about to come into your behavior. Here it dissolved. That's why in India, we have this Mahabharat. You heard, no? Mahabharat Baba calls. They show, the Pandavas and Kauravas fighting. They show the arrows. So if the Kauravas send negative thoughts, arrows, and Pandavas also send good thoughts, and in the sky they show one arrow coming from here, they dissolve there. It cannot even wound anyone or attack anyone. So even you sometimes pick up from people with whom you are living, they also have particular sanskars. We are aware of that, isn't it? We are aware that souls have particular weaknesses in sanskara. We are aware, but we are not intentionally really touching that part of those souls, trigger those sanskara, and then we are here to fight. You got it? Be aware there. Yeah, we are aware these sanskara, these buttons exist here, So I am aware. I am not going to press that button. Because which sanskara of mine, which sanskara of them, can come into clash. And then that life is not good, because I create obstacle, they create obstacle, I create, they create, years and years going through the same soul, same kind of fight. And that life is not really freedom, obstacle free. So that's why even that energy is there to fight. Better fight with the old sanskara and finish that obstacle and enjoy Brahmin life, life of being free, free here, no obstacle. So the sign of being free is very light. This light is so light, isn't it? Gas is also still better. Stone, what happens to the stone? No change, isn't it? Stone means hurt each other, throw and hurt. These thoughts and words, are like a stone. But if you go to gas, at least gas you burn. Thought came, you burn it. And the light is nice. very light. So bring the mind into this image, the thoughts. Which thoughts am I producing in my mind? Stone, gas, or light? So which one you like? Gas at least, burn here. No? If it comes, burn. Little higher effort, light, obstacle free. No need to burn even. Of course, that is very high stage, but practically things will come in life. But we are aware of it, awake, and being aware of our who am I. Keep this thought every day in mind. Every morning when you get up, ask yourself, what am I? What am I? So dignified soul, powerful soul. Bring how Baba look at me. So these thoughts will rule your mind. So even obstacles will come and pass. Your mind is not going to get caught by these energies. Is it clear? So keeping our Brahmin life free from obstacle. My mind thinks obstacle, the image always, I don't know what image comes in your mind. In my mind comes mountain. You get mountain also in your mind? The word obstacle. What image comes in your mind? In my mind it comes like a big mountain. It can take 1 week or 1 month or 1 second. If you are in flying stage, it can take 1 second. You can fly. And if you are standing there looking, oh, why it is happening? Who did this? This is really going to take a long time to overcome. Because you are standing and looking at it. Of course, it's a very high mountain. How will you climb? Isn't it? And that's why Baba says, don't look at the back. Because if you are climbing at least mountain, okay Baba, I understood, this is obstacle, like you started to climb, mountain, okay Baba, I understood. But Baba means going back again, isn't it? Looking at the past and we will fall. Yeah. So understand the quality of thoughts what you are thinking. Whether your own thoughts are obstacles or your own thoughts free from obstacles, your own thoughts are flying stage. So recognize this energy and then deal with it. And if it is really looking at the past, your mind is thinking about the past, it means what? My journey is 10 days behind. 10 days behind. What Baba said today, I am not even aware of it. I am thinking about the past. Yeah. So that's why I have to be at the present. And the present is, Baba said, not even think about obstacle, no? Be free from obstacle. Now he says, don't even talk about ascending stage. What he says? Be in which stage? Flying stage. In flying stage, mind is not fighting, neither with the self nor with others. Mind is free. That is a flying stage. If mind gets stuck in fighting with the self or fighting with others, then it will take little time to come out. So Baba said, now it is the stage of being in flying stage. That means let go. Let go. And be very fast here, let go. Any scene of drama? Okay, let go. Move forward. So you have to talk to yourself. Move forward. So then you are in the flying stage. Om Shanti. So if you have few minutes if you have any question, we can discuss. Any question from the class? Okay, no question. Yes. What is the question? No? Yeah? It's clear? Okay, okay, good. Suffering. Mind is in suffering stage? Suffering is that actually sorrow is a, like for example, if your mind is in sorrow stage, it has connection with some past karmic accounts. Karmic accounts, you know. It's like a soul for many, many births, has been defeated by Maya, by Ravan. So that mind, that feelings of being defeated by Ravan, that kind of feelings, memory in the form of thoughts brings sorrow. Because sorrow does not mean that present time, today I went through some problem, clash with someone, I experience sorrow. No. Sorrow also can come, you are sitting alone. The memory of the past, sorrow can also attack the mind, isn't it? That is sorrow. And the suffering can be in the present time. You know, something happened today, you know, in the morning, and still my mind is complaining, you know, going through this kind of thoughts. Today it happened, not sorrow, but suffering. Even 1 hour suffering, you know, the disconnection with Baba, you know, so mind is going through some spinning of waste thoughts, you know, going through some negative thoughts, you know, and still you are aware it is happening, but still going through. So it's suffering. But sorrow can be any time, even of the past, of any birth. And that is really when the very, very happy moment, but mind can be going into that stage of sorrow. So that is a very big account, isn't it? So that's why we have to disconnect with that memory. Being defeated by Maya many, many times, Ravan, and the soul has been suppressed in life for thousands of years, you know. Not that human being suppressed me, but Ravan, you know. So I allowed my mind to think negative. I allowed my mind to think anger way. These vices ruled my life. So that I was not a master, isn't it? I was in bhakti. I did not know I was doing all that. So that sanskara can come in the form of ruling again my soul. So that's why I have to be aware. I am master, powerful soul, and I am a honor, master of this body. Yes, I am the soul, one who is ruler, and not this old sanskara based on vices are the ruler. Yeah, keep this contrast always in your awareness. Yeah. So it's clear? Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Last question. Okay, we have few minutes silence. Then we can finish. So you can go into this exercise, pick up 3 main points from today's class, and then go through in your mind.